Are you someone who feels that you just need one more qualification or one more certification, and then you'll finally feel really confident and you'll get more sales and you'll get more customers and everything will just be hunky-dory? Now, I can relate to this, and it can be a really hard pattern to get out of. I literally have a list of certifications as long as my arm, and no matter what I did, I still felt like I needed more, and I still felt like I wasn't enough. And this is all around really self-esteem and the fear of being judged. But very often that judgment comes from ourselves and not where we perhaps think it does. So we're going to be tapping on that belief today. The first thing that I'd like you to do then is just think about how true the belief, I'm not qualified enough, feels to you on a scale of 1 to 10. So 10, it feels extremely true for you, and 0, not so much. Okay, so you might want to just close your eyes for a moment. Just think perhaps back over the past few weeks or months. Think about times that you've got caught up thinking about a course that you've seen and that you must go on it because you know your competitor's been on it, or some kind of certification or masterclass, whatever it is, and just think about how true that belief feels for you on a scale of 1 to 10. And once you've got your score, you can just pop that in the comments for me, or make a mental note and just check in afterwards. So let's see if we can make that belief feel a little bit less true for you, so that you actually believe you are enough just the way that you are. So to start with, we're going to just start with a nice, deep, calming breath. So just breathing in through the nose. And rest for a moment at the top of that breath, and then just relax. Just coming into this space, really, you might want to roll your shoulders, have a little wiggle, feel more comfy, cozy where you're sitting, have a shuffle around. Just let go of any stresses from the day so far. You might want to take another deep breath if that feels good to do so. Just let your shoulders drop on your exhales. And then we are going to start tapping. So just tapping on the karate chop points, copying what I do, copying what I say. You can repeat it ideally out loud or just in your mind if you prefer. And feel free to switch up any words or phrases that don't feel true for you. Okay, so even though I have this limiting belief, I'm not qualified enough, I acknowledge how I feel. Even though I feel like I just need one more qualification, one more certification, a few more CPD points, then I'll feel confident, then I'll get more sales, then I'll feel like I've got my place in this online arena or niche that I'm in. And I'm open to exploring this today. Even though the belief I'm not qualified enough keeps showing up, I should say, and holding me back and shrinking me and causing fear and worry, I choose to deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself. And then up to the eyebrow point, you can tap on one side or both sides. When I'm demoing, I just tap on one side. It's up to you. I just need one more certification or qualification. Side of the eye, and then I'll feel enough. Then I might get more clients. I might feel more confident. I might make more money. Under the eye. Why do I always think that I need more? I need to have more and be more. Under the nose. Why do I compare my skills and qualifications to other people's? Chin point. I see what they've got and think, I need that. I should have that. Collarbone points. I feel like I don't have enough skills and qualifications for people to trust me. Under the arm. But the problem is, Houston, we have a problem. Even when I do have more, when I do get more qualifications and certifications, top of the head, I soon go back to feeling like it's not enough. And I still go back to feeling like I need more, just one more. Eyebrow point. Because what if someone questions me or calls me out, puts me on the spot? Side of the eye. I just feel like such a fraud, such an imposter. Under the eye. And I feel like I'm not as good as the other people that are in my field. Under the nose. I feel that they're all super qualified and super confident, and I'm just trying to wheedle my way in and be somewhere that I don't belong. Chin point. Why would anyone choose me over them when they have more than me? Collarbone point. Just makes me feel so inferior. Makes me feel that there's something lacking. Under the arm. And I worry about what people are saying about me. Top of the head. And I worry about what people are thinking about me. Eyebrow points. They're probably thinking things like, who does she think she is? Oh my God, who does she think she is? Swanning about online, pretending she's all that. Side of the eye, pretending that she's something she's not. Under the eye, and it just makes me feel so. And you can express here how it makes you feel when you think about other people and what they are thinking about you. What you think they think, to make you feel sad or vulnerable, judged, ashamed, small. Just express whatever is coming up here. Under the nose. And it feels like this sabotages my success. Chin points. When will enough be enough? Collarbone points. Will I ever feel qualified enough, good enough, confident enough? Under the arm. And it really feels like I'm the only one going through all this. It feels really embarrassing. It's really hard to talk about. Top of the head, and all these fears just stop me in my tracks. They shrink me and they stop me from showing up. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do just one round of tapping where you're going to just close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so, but you can keep them open if you prefer. I'm going to walk you through the points, so don't worry. And you don't need to say anything out loud here. We're just going to tune in first of all and think about where this is showing up in your body. Just move to the side of the eye, tapping there gently. And it can help sometimes to just have a quick scan down through the body. Just starting at the top of the head. I like to imagine a hula hoop, just sort of scanning down my body. And what we're looking for is any feeling of heaviness or tension or tightness or pulling or resistance. So just scan down through your body and let's just see where this is showing up in your body. Under the eye. It doesn't matter if you can't feel anything here, don't worry. You can just breathe through this. But for those of you that can feel an area, typically shows up in the tummy or the chest, sometimes in the throat, but it could be anywhere. And we're just going to let that feeling be, okay? Because we, as humans, usually ignore, suppress, push down, and we're going to let this feeling just be as it is. Still tapping under the eye. And just breathe into that feeling. Sometimes it can feel a bit upsetting, so don't worry if you feel a bit sad or it's bringing up some difficult feelings. It's okay, they will subside. We're just going to tap through them. Just know that you're safe in your body. Breathing into that physical sensation. Under the nose. Letting it rise, letting it dissipate. Letting it be as it is. And I'm just going to ask you some hypothetical questions and you don't have to say anything here, just think about what I'm saying. And the first thing that I'm going to ask you is, was there a time perhaps that you felt these feelings before? A time when you didn't feel like you were enough in some way? It might be recently, it might be weeks or months ago or even years. It could be a long time ago. Chin points. And we're going to think about a course or certification or masterclass that you want to go on. It could be a real one or it could just be a made up one. So imagine you see this amazing, confident coach showing up online saying, hey, I've got this amazing masterclass. It's really going to help you. Look at this testimonial from the last one. And I want you to consider how you feel and think in that moment. Are you judging that person because of their qualifications? Do you immediately rush onto their website to see what certifications they have? What qualifications they have? Collarbone points. Do you think to yourself, oh my God, who does she think she is? She thinks she is all that. She thinks she is the bee's knees. Still on the collarbone points. So I'm just going to ask you, do you work with people solely because of their qualifications? Or perhaps you bear other things in mind. Perhaps there are more important things to you, such as their personality, their honesty, their integrity, their vulnerabilities, their actions, their value. Perhaps the most important thing, their results. Under the arm. And maybe just be open to the fact that it's not others that are doing all this judging. Perhaps you're really harshly judging yourself. Top of the head. And this is something that we all go through. We all go through it. You're not alone. Okay, so just back to normal tapping on the eyebrow point. If you've had your eyes closed, you can open them now. Just repeating after me. Maybe this fear isn't really about not being qualified enough. Maybe there is a fear of being judged. Side of the eye. But actually, no one is judging me. I'm just here judging myself, being hypercritical. Under the eye. And at times I've been my own worst enemy with this. Under the nose. And this fear of not being qualified enough might be tied in to an earlier event where I didn't feel enough in some way. Chin points. But I'm here showing up today because I choose to let this belief go. I choose to let it go. It's not serving me. It's no longer appropriate. And it's been holding me back. Collarbone points. And I am completely worthy and deserving of being here in this online space, in my field, in my niche, just as much as anyone else. Under the arm. And today I make a commitment to believe in myself more, to believe in my skills and my abilities and the value that I bring and the difference that I make. Top of the head, because if I don't believe in me and back myself, why would anybody else? Eyebrow point. And I'm really good at what I do. Side of the eye. I have lots of great feedback to prove it. Testimonials, reviews, feedback, results, social proof, nice things people have said. Under the eye. And I am enough just the way I am. I don't need more qualifications and certifications and all that stuff. Under the nose. And that's not to say that I won't continue learning and growing and evolving, but just to remember that I'm enough now, as I am. Chin points. And I forgive myself for beating myself up about this in the past. Collarbone points. And maybe I could consider, if it's appropriate to do so, forgiving anyone else that might be involved with this. Under the arm. And perhaps actually this is a sign of growth, of progress, that things are changing. And this is one of those saboteurs that comes up when I'm on my way to something good. Top of the head. And it's come up to keep me safe. Safe in some way. Safe of being judged, of being ridiculed, of failing in front of people, that humiliation. Eyebrow points. But I'm brave enough to move through this. I'm brave enough to nudge out of my zone of comfort. Side of the eye. Because what other people think of me is none of my business. Under the eye. And if people are judging me, then that's all on them. That's their head, their business. Under the nose. I have the same right as anybody to shine my light, to be seen, to share my gifts, my talents, my uniqueness. chin point, and I release the limiting belief that I'm not qualified enough. I release it. I let it go. Let's take a nice breath here. Release it. Let it go. Collarbone point. And I release my fear of being judged, humiliated, rejected. I let it go. And I harness who I am. My uniqueness. Focusing on all those good things. Not the one time that someone said something about qualification, or the one time that I was rejected. I'm focusing on all those amazing things that people have said about me and my work. Under the arm. Because there's one thing that other people cannot get a qualification in, and that is being me. Only me can be me. I am unique. I have unique gifts that can't be learnt or bought. Top of the head. And today I just invite strength into my heart. I know I'm qualified enough. I'm doing great work. I feel calm, feel centered. I feel grounded. And I feel really confident. Confident in the knowledge that people choose me not because of my qualifications or my certifications, but because of who I am, of what I offer, the results I bring, the value I bring, the difference I make. Okay, so just stop tapping there. Let's take a nice deep calming breath in. And just let that go. And hopefully you're feeling way more confident and strong now. What we're going to do is just check in on that limiting belief, I'm not qualified enough, and how true that feels to you on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is extremely true, 0 is not at all true. And hopefully that's come down a little bit, so that belief feels a little bit less true for you today. Please do let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you around how tapping has gone. If anything came up for you during this process, that's okay. Just keep tapping until you reduce the intensity of feelings that come up. And any time that you see another shiny course out there that one of your competitors is on, just remember that you are enough just the way you are. Okay, thanks for tapping with me, and have a great rest of the day wherever you are in the world. Bye.